Welcome to Weed and Whiskey Podcast, best motherfucking podcast coming from Connecticut, and y'all already fucking know I love telling you guys how great I am. Why? Because you guys are great too. I'm only great because of the people that support me. Great people just make other great people even that much greater. So it's like a symbiotic relationship of just greatness over here. I'm being honest, and tonight is no motherfucking different because we only have the greatest of greatest personalities that come through and sit in the chair with us. And tonight, of course, let's get the card out and get some accolades out here. We have we have an established producer. We have somebody who has credits from Lloyd Banks, Benny the Butcher, 38 Special, BSF Family, Conway, and a whole lot more. A lot of heat, a lot of bangers, and it's a lot of things that it just makes you want to listen from beginning to end. I promise you, from the way it's structured, the way it's put together, it shows the difference at an at-home producer and a producer who's doing their shit. That's all I'm gonna say with that. And of course, we have, I'm gonna get it right, Haas Almahdi.
Almahdi, there we go.
Almahdi. Haas Almahdi. There we go. We have Haas Almahdi in the building. Welcome to the studio.
What's good, brother?
How you doing?
I'm glad to be here, man. I'm blessed.
It's great to have you, dog. I like when I meet people for the first time and the energy is actually really good. That's major for me because energy is huge for me when it comes to this and who I have on the podcast. So, and then internet don't do justice of really like showcasing a personality. Because I believe on social media, you pick and choose what people want to see. You don't have to be your even self on social media. So I never know what I'm gonna get. So I love when I have real down-to-earth people in here, honestly. So I'm glad we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have a great conversation. And before we get started, what do you want to get off your chest before we get started?
What do I want to get off my chest?
Anything. Any direction you want to take it.
All right, I'll leave it as this, man. I'm gonna speak to the producers and artists in CT, right?
Mm-hmm.
No drama, none of that. It's not Connecticut, it's the people. And if you have a lot of people that have a scarcity mindset, you're gonna get negative vibrational results. And I'll leave it as that.
Okay. That shows the tone of the conversation that we're gonna be having as well too. That means you perceive a lot of things that goes over a lot of people's eyes and heads, and they don't really recognize that's what's actually holding them back out here.
100%.
Okay, bet. All right. So with that being said, let's just drive straight into it. All right. So I know one of the topics that you wanted to discuss was pretty much rejection. So let's just ask the most general and plain question. How does rejection play a role in your journey?
Honestly, rejection is something I embrace, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, rejection is what puts the fuel and the fire under your ass to keep going.
Were you forced to embrace the rejection?
100%. It took me like 3-4 years to understand why I'm being rejected, because it's like you're self-evaluating yourself. You're not perfect.
Why were you being rejected?
Just because maybe I wasn't too good at making beats. Maybe I wasn't good at sending the right beats to the right artists. Maybe my energy wasn't in the right place when I did work on these beats.
I don't want to hear. Let's take the maybe away.
Okay.
Let's take the maybe away. Why were you rejected?
They didn't like my beats.
Okay.
They didn't like my beats.
Okay. All right. And how did you go about changing? How did you change your production style because of that?
You study the artist. You study their catalog. You study the album. Certain artists like certain drums and snares. Certain artists like certain melodies, whether it's dark or, more hype energy. You gotta read their albums. You gotta understand it. That's part of the business.
It's like making a YouTube type beat.
Technically, no.
It's not?
Nah, I call that amateur stuff.
What separates the difference from somebody being a go-to producer from an artist, curating their sound, and a producer who's just making type beats for YouTube?
I make records. They just make beats.
Mm.
That's two entirely different things.
So you're curating a record for a specific song?
Correct. I'm not a beat maker. I'm a record producer, so I make records.
What's the difference between a beat maker and a producer?
A producer is a curator that knows the sound that's given for an artist. A beat maker is, you just make beats all day. It's in your hard drive. It's not going nowhere.
So you're just sitting on beats pretty much?
Sitting on beats all day. Who gonna hear them?
Not the artist that you're making them
Not
for.
the artist.
But if you don't have an artist that you're making beats for, that then constitutes you as just a beat maker. You're just throwing beats out there and hoping to stick, pretty much.
Pretty much. That's not the right way of doing things as a producer.
So what is the right way of doing things as a producer from your experience and from your journey?
Networking. Creating relationships.
Okay. Because as a producer, what does networking look like, though? Like, to actually make it beneficial? Because I can tell people, hey, as a podcaster, if you want to get somewhere, you have to network. Hey, if you want to be a basketball player, you got to, no, not a basketball. Like anything in the entertainment business, we always throw the word network. So for a producer, right, what does successful networking look like?
Okay, I'll give you a few examples. Let's say in my perspective, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was like maybe, let's say Lloyd Banks, he's one of my favorite artists, right? How do I get to him? If he's performing a show, I'm going to pay to go to that show. And if he has backstage passes and meet and greet, that's my way of creating that contact with him in person. Hey, my name is Haas. I'm unknown, but I'm a producer. I'd love to work with you. What's the chance he might say yes or he might say no?
Do you bring beats with you for that interaction?
All the time. Flash drive, maybe a Dropbox, send it to his phone or email, whatever he recommends.
Okay.
That's another form of networking.
Okay, so that's one form of networking right there.
Yep.
And that's a form that's actually paid off for you.
All the time.
So is that how you got the credits that you got?
Correct. You got to travel and leave your city. You can't sit in your city. You can't sit in your room. I have more opportunities leaving my city, going to in these rooms than sitting in my room making beats. Two different things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that is a difference.
Huge
that is
difference.
a huge difference because if you're just sitting in your room, nobody's going to see you. That's for one. And if people are just hearing you, it's only so far that your beat can take you alone.
100%.
Like, I've learned that in this game. It's only so far your product can take you. Like, you as a person is what makes it push over. You know?
I call it the face card. You know what I mean? You got to show your face. You got to be out there in the scene. Not all the time. You don't have to be outside all the time. But if you do go outside, maximize that shit. Invest in yourself. And I've been to Atlanta. I've been to LA. I've been to random shows just to get backstage passes to meet these people in person. Did I get denials? Yes. Did I get yeses? Yes.
But that's part of the game.
That's part of the game. You know what I mean?
How long you been producing?
Well over 15 years.
Do you feel like that type of work ethic that you have comes with the fact that you're doing it before, dare I say, the era of music changed and how people go about networking?
No. Honestly, I'm a firm believer of going the extra mile. If you're not going the extra mile, you're not going to get the results you want.
But I don't feel like people go the extra mile nowadays.
Oh, it's rare.
That's what I'm saying. Like, does that show, like, the fact that you've been doing it for 15 years kind of show that you're coming from a generation that you've seen the benefits of legwork?
You know why? Because it's the internet age. You know what I'm saying? Like where you send the DMs and
like we had the Troy Ave age when Troy Ave was out there selling mixtape out his trunk. He was out there he was selling like 500 mixtapes a day and stuff like that. Like people don't have a team in the street that's going out there and promoting their shows or promoting their album or anything like that. So the legwork is completely missing just because the internet completely changed what legwork looked like.
That means you adapt, right?
But does adapting necessarily mean success?
To me, yeah. I agree. Because there's not one way, there's not one avenue to get to that destination. There's many paths. You just got to figure out which one works for you. A lot of trial and error. My journey was a lot of trial and error, but not giving up no matter what until I got that result. Then when I got that result, I was like, all right, this works. So then you create a system of all the trials and errors you had. You find the ones that win and create that system for you, and you start executing.
So when did you learn that you had to, in order for you to try something different, basically, like you had to make a beat that's specific for the artist that you wanted to work on? When did you learn that lesson?
I learned that lesson when I entered a beat battle competition. And I had a beat battle competition a long time ago. And there was a producer named Il Mine that was the judge. It was Rock Wilder, a whole bunch of other people. Anyway, I won that. And I was in New York by myself. I won that shit. And one thing they told me is, this beat is amazing. You know what I mean? You make great sounds and all that other stuff, but you need to know how to make records.
Mm.
I didn't understand what the hell they meant by that because I'm just a beat maker. So one of them mentored me just for a little bit for a couple of months, and they said, "This is how you make records, Hassan. If you like this artist, study the catalog. What the hell is the catalog? Their albums. Study their sounds. They all have certain sounds, certain bass lines, all that. Oh, okay. And then they're like, you want to get good at it? You want to mimic that producer? Copy his style for 2-3 months. If you could perfect that, then try the next producer and try the next producer. And that's how I started creating my own sound. You know?
So, all right, bet. Like, so when you listen to like the artists that you the artists that you made beats for, like when you're making a beat for Lloyd Banks, when you're making a beat for Conway, you're making a beat for the BSF family, like how do you describe they sound in your head for you to recreate and replicate that in a repetitive way?
Dark, gritty, simplicity. Has to be very simple. I imagine a lot of pianos, dark piano sounds. And again, a slower BPM. They're not rapping as fast. So you got to find that right BPM that fits right in their pocket. Because at the end of the day, you can have that beat, but I envision their cadence on that beat. Like, how would Lloyd Banks rap on that? How would Benny rap on that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then you just go from there. You shoot your shot. You know what I mean?
How did you get into rooms with those people? How did you get into rooms with the BSF family?
Same thing.
Same
thing. They were performing. They had backstage passes. They had a meet and greet. I'm Haas Almahdi. I made this. Bet. You made Lloyd Banks. Yo, here's my number. Here's my email. Hit me up. Let's meet up. And that's how it went.
What was the first song you produced for them?
Well, technically my first placement was the Lloyd Banks Cody 3. That was technically
that was your first placement.
But the St. Maurice happened to pop out first. So everybody think that's my first placement. I had that through a collaboration with this producer named J.R. Swift.
Mm-hmm.
So I also make compositions, melodies and stuff. So I sample, but I also make my own samples. So all that shit you're hearing just...
That's you all from scratch?
Yeah. There's no samples on that shit. It's all from scratch. So that's how that beat BSF happened. I sent my melody to JR. JR made the play. Hit me up a couple months later. He's like, yo, we got a track with the whole BSF on St. Maurice. Waited out, and then it came out like before Christmas, I think, and that shit went crazy. You know what I mean? So that was like technically my first, if you want to call that. But the bank shit, I just been waiting. I just stayed quiet. You know what I mean?
You was just waiting for the paperwork and the business to pretty much play itself out.
That's it. I had to shut the fuck up.
So, all right, when you get in those type of placements, what does the business look like behind the scenes?
Honestly, bro, like I'm gonna be real because I'm gonna give a shout out to Doe Pesci because you know I'm forever indebted to him, and he's the one that actually gave me the opportunity, and I just seized that shit once he gave me the opportunity.
You did your part.
I did my part, but the only reason why Pesci found me is because at the time I was making beats. I was doing beat videos on Instagram, and I was marketing it. A lot of people don't know what market is, so I'm gonna say what marketing is. Marketing is having your product as an ad. You use your money to create an ad for it. When you put an ad, it gets the lenses of everybody to see who you are. So I'll stop at his ad, okay? So that's what I did with all my beat making videos. I did an ad, people saw me, they fuck with it, so you don't know who's watching. It happened to be Pesci. He watched it and said, yo, this kid's crazy. Randomly get a DM, yo, your shit is crazy. I can hear you on Banks and shit. So I'm like, no way in hell. And it's actually him. So he's like, yo, send me your best beats. I'll send it to him, and I'll let you know what you think. You know, I cooked that shit up in less than 24 hours, bro. You know what I'm saying? I cooked that shit up so fast. Gave him a whole 20-pack easy, bro.
Did you trust that? Did you like that first interaction of like, hey, I can put you in the room with such and such, like a name that you can like that you know that's credible? Like, did you trust it at first?
No, I was highly skeptical. Highly skeptical.
Because that's a story with a lot of people who are on the come up where people are taking advantage of them, using the names of other people.
Correct. I knew it was legit when he was sending me text messages that he got back from Lloyd Banks.
That corresponded with the actual beats that you were, like, everything
Correct.
made sense.
Everything made sense. And then on top of that, I was like, yo, if I get anything with Banks, you could take whatever percentage you want. He said, nah, I don't want to take nothing from you, homie.
Ooh.
You're crazy. I could see you on him. And I was like, yo, that's just I'm forever indebted to him.
So that man really just saw greatness in you.
100%.
and just wanted you to put you in front of the world and recognize the greatness he saw.
100%.
How did that make you feel?
Forever grateful, gratitude. And also what I learned is you do for another.
So have you done the same for others after that?
Yeah, I have there's a producer that I'm working with. His name is Jay Skills. I think he's from Hamden. But he's hard. No one knows him. But I'm giving him opportunity. So I got him opportunity to work with Fuego Bass. And I told him, when you get yours, you get that to somebody else and carry that tradition.
So you starting like a slippery slope.
Yep.
Of opportunities.
I'm not gatekeeping. It's not how it should work. You know what I mean? That's why I feel Connecticut don't have a music industry, because everyone's holding on to what they have and don't want to share. When you share, everyone's going to work together cohesively. It just works that way. You know what I mean? So it's just a mentality thing.
So you feel like there's too much of a crabs in a barrel mentality here for us to have a cohesive music business industry here?
Yes, it's a scarcity mindset. They think it's not enough out here, and it's actually a lot.
There's a lot of talent here. There's a lot of talent
abundance
here.
of talent here.
Yes.
And it's not about working with somebody you don't know or they don't have a buzz. Just work with them. You never know who that person may know.
But my main thing is, you don't know how good the song you can make with somebody who isn't known.
You still take that risk anyway. That's
but
music.
No, that's my point.
Right.
Like, you don't know how good that song could be that propels you to the top.
100%.
Like, I've learned the difference with doing this between networking up and networking across.
I love it.
There's power in both of them, because you have to understand, when somebody's just as hungry for you, just as hungry as you, they're gonna go hard for you.
Yeah, 100%.
For less.
Yep.
Not saying that it's like, they're gonna go hard for you because the hunger within them is just gonna just make it just come out. When somebody's just already in a position better than you, they're already just looking to what they can get out of you.
100%.
That's it.
Yeah. It's like I call it the vulture mentality. You know what I mean? A leech.
Yes.
You're only trying to get what you can and then be out.
Yes.
And that's why it's not being successful. That method doesn't work that way.
So what about these artists when they have the major artists come to town, and then they ask for like, hey, if you want to do features, hit me up, pay this price, but yet the feature isn't cleared?
That's part of the scam, man.
So that's what you would call it.
That's part of the scam.
So the artist knowing, all these major artists that does that, they know there's a possibility that the feature won't get clear, and they'll still be like, hey, let's get in the studio, throw this bread.
It's a quick grab. A quick 15K in less than 1 day. You know what I mean?
Have you seen situations like that
All
where
the time.
artists come into the studio and be like, yo, I have such and such right here, and you like, do you know the song isn't gonna be cleared, or you have intuitions the song?
I have intuition is not coming out.
Like, what are the signs? Like, what are the signs?
It's like you know what I mean? Like if they come off with the method of saying like, yo, only for today and like 5 hours, like y'all gotta lock in. I'm only doing it for 5 hours.
Or like I'm in your town. You're like Hartford. I'm in Hartford.
I'm in Hartford for a little bit.
Yeah,
they not even in there.
Feature here.
Yeah, they're like 20
they just
minutes.
Want to see how many people actually reach out to them before they actually file.
Who's gonna bite so I get this 15K real quick? And I'm like, yo, I hit a label. You know what I mean? And then go.
Because it's just a runaround at that point.
That's it. So you got to pick and choose. But music comes with risk. Sometimes you do get one. Sometimes you don't. But that's part of the game. Unfortunately, it is part of the game.
Yeah.
But you got to read the signs. How you gonna read the signs? Through failure. You got to fail sometimes.
That's why rejection played a role in that as well too. Okay, because rejection taught you how not to do things again, how not to repeat.
There's no guidebook, bro.
What's the worst mistake you made as a producer?
That
you can think of right now.
Worst mistake. Working with another producer that doesn't know how to do the business correctly. So what I want to say is, if there's someone that's, let's say, a higher tier producer than me, they'll try to take advantage of taking more points than me and all that.
Because more points mean more payout.
And that means I don't get paid a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just learned about the point system when I had a Rule Love on here. I just learned about based on how much points you get on a record determines how much you actually get.
On average, it's 3. If you're somebody like a 4 or a 5. But I realize when I work with those type of producers, I'm really selective and picky. And I usually come with the business convo first before we start doing the music shit. So I know what type of time you on.
I feel like that's how you handle business properly, because once you start talking the art and the creative, then people think the business is no longer there and they can move how they want
I
to
agree.
at that point.
But in the opposite way, they think that's how the industry works, by doing the art first, then the music, the money later. But that's not the case.
But a lot of major artists I've heard will do that. They'll be like, yo, I want to work with you. They'll come in the studio and do shit with you. And before anything get cleared, be like, oh, yeah, they'll send your invoice.
Yep. Got to get the paperwork done.
So every artist who's even come out, you should always have that business conversation before you actually get into the studio.
It should never be an uncomfortable conversation. It should be like, yo, this is how much I charge. If not, we could do a workaround. All right, cool. We on the same page. Now let's do this music shit. You know what I mean? That's how you should approach it. A lot of people, or producer-wise or artist-wise, they're fearful of that, of losing opportunity. But if you actually lost the opportunity, that means it wasn't an L. It just wasn't meant to be.
You didn't lose what was meant for you.
Correct. You didn't lose
that's how I look at that shit.
100%.
You didn't lose. It's not an opportunity if you lost it because it wasn't meant for you.
Correct.
And I always tell people, just because there's an opportunity don't mean you're ready for it.
That's facts.
That's a major part too. Just because you've been working hard for so long don't mean you're ready for that particular one.
Not the right time.
It's not the right time because you're gonna make it worse than you can make it better.
Correct.
And
who's to say that you know how to prepare for that when it does happen?
Exactly.
You know,
just as prepared as you think you are, don't mean you're prepared for that.
100%.
Like that's what I'm like. I want to emphasize. Like sometimes it's just a specific situation that just isn't for you. If it was any other thing, don't get me wrong, you'll kill it. But there's certain things. Sometimes it's best to just not fail, because failing is gonna do more harm than good.
But fail anyway.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta know you gotta pick and choose your battles.
Yeah, pick and choose your battles.
You gotta pick and choose your battles, because that's the thing about chasing a dream, my nigga. Just because you not every single time somebody reach out to you, like, or not every money is good money.
I love that. That's perfect. I ran into those situations a lot.
So you've had people the money sound good, but the components that came with the money, it was like, oh no.
Oh yeah.
Like, what was the wildest things that people justified with a price tag?
I had probably 2 or 3 artists I dealt with, had built a relationship with them. I mean, literally in the studios with them. We sit here making records. They promising, yeah, you're gonna be on here. It happens. This is how much you're gonna get paid. Album comes out.
Nothing.
Just nothing. Just ghost. Straight up just ghost me.
I've been there.
It's like, wow. Like that was your motive.
Oh, so they put up the big talk.
Yeah.
Make it sound glam. They glammed it up.
They sold it.
They glammed it up. Like, yo, my nigga, I'm gonna have you on here. We gonna do this together. Oh, when we do this, it's gonna be this after this. And it just sounded so well.
Easily.
And you were in a position where you was just giddy and you was like, you know what? Fuck it. Why not?
Facts.
No, that's exactly what it is.
Facts.
That's exactly what it is. When somebody paint a picture like that, you're in this euphoric mode where it's like, oh my God, that sounds really fucking good.
100%.
You're eating it up.
100%.
And you don't sit back and think like, wait, that sounds way too good. Especially for the position I'm at.
Especially, bro. But thank God I have a management team, so they have dealt with numerous situations.
They cut us most of the bullshit out before it even reached front. But it's only so much bullshit you can miss.
Exactly.
It's only so much.
And that's what I learned from my management. They always tell me, you know, I have to start surrounding myself with A-list artists or B- artists, not with C and below. That sounds fucked up, but it's true. So there's levels.
No, let me ask it for clarity. Like, for examples, who would you give an example as a B-list artist or like a A-list artist, just so people understand the level of what an artist is?
So A-list would be Money Baggio.
That's an A-list artist.
A-list. B-list would be, I'll say Benny. Benny's in between, like A and B. He's in between.
Okay.
Because he can fluctuate.
Okay, he's still striving that ladder. No, did he? Yeah. I don't know why. I just felt like I had to say that. But he's still making splashes where he can be a bigger entity in the game.
100%. 100%.
Because he's very internationally known.
Very internationally known. He charts on the billboards. He get gold records, but the consistency, it's not that much. So that's why he fluctuates. You know what I mean? But a B-rate artist would be, you know, somewhere around that line. So even BSF, I'll consider that like B- around there.
I got you, like the BSF family.
Correct. You know what I'm saying? Around there. And then C's is just, you know, The ones you really don't know, but everyone don't really know them too well.
They probably have a following
They have
on
a
social
following,
media.
you know what I mean? Shit like that.
They probably have a contract, but they haven't really been pushed yet.
Correct. They have a distribution deal.
A lot of people be signed for years before you even hear about who 100%, they are.
You know what I mean? So along those lines, you know what I mean? So me dealing with those type of artists, a C minus, that's when the headaches begin, the budgets and I got you, this is happening, all these promises, you know what I mean? Because they are signed a distribution deal. That's not a casual thing to say. That's hard to get, but some don't have the budget. You think they do, but they don't. They really don't.
But I'm learning in this game, like, the way I look at shit is like, if you tell me like, hey, I'm on a promotional tour, hey, I'm on an artist run, that means there's a budget for that.
Yes.
That's how I look at that. Which means every platform you hit up, the budget should be able to fit within every platform you hit up.
It's all allocated.
Yes.
Right.
Because you don't expect, like, the way I look at it is like, if you have intentions of doing something, how do you not expect somebody to be compensated for the work that they do in that as well too? Why doesn't the budget hasn't line up for that as well too?
I believe they have the budget. They just don't
because they're holding on to to see how much they can get.
Correct.
For what they can.
Correct.
And that's why business be fucked up, because a lot of small people get played in the same aspect of that, because they get caught with the glitter is gold conversation.
Correct. You gotta take off the veil, man.
Yes.
And see it for what it is. Sometimes their actions dictate who they are as a person too. Sometimes just talking, you could tell, you could read their energy.
There's certain keywords that they use that just scream bullshit.
That's it. It's not coding. Just take it for what it
is.
You know what I mean?
Because at the end of the day, somebody will take it for what it is. It's either going to be you or the next person.
And I denied many, bro. All the time, I'm denying because I experienced that and I'm seeing the same scenario just with different faces.
You want to keep repeating the same dumbass mistakes over and over.
What for? I know better now.
Because sometimes the right rejections put you into places where you actually need to be.
It's beautifully said, bro.
Real shit. But then on the same flip side as well, people don't understand like how powerful a no is. Like a no can save you to be in the right room.
Correct. You're right.
Like that's how I look at it. Because when you say yes to something, it takes time away from the right yes.
Mm-hmm. There's a book called The Power of No that I read. Perfectly well said what you said. Yeah. Just to summarize that, right?
People don't understand the power of no.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand that.
Nah.
Like they don't understand, like, you know what? I'm not missing out just because I said no. I am making room for the right opportunity.
Correct.
That's actually meant for me.
And also, like, be patient.
Yes.
If it takes you 10 years, 20 years, so be it. At the end of the day, when you make it, they got nothing to say, bro. As long as you make it, that's all that matters. I don't care if you're 42, 52, 60 years old. You made it. What are you going to say?
But, like, even when I had Bass on here, that was a prime example of that. Bass was like, bro, I'm living my life, my nigga. When I was younger, I said I wanted to be a rapper. I'm a rapper.
That's fire.
Like,
how many can say that?
Exactly.
You're living off your quotes for a living.
And who can say my dreams came true?
Not a lot.
Not a lot of people can say my dreams came true, because people find so many reasons to stop chasing their dream. Like even in your case, like you could have let a rejection stop you, and you could be like, I stopped 5 years ago.
Facts.
I stopped 10 years ago.
Facts.
That could have been your story.
Yeah. I have 2 kids, bro, and I'm still doing this.
So did you have kids before you had the placements?
Yeah.
Did that scare you?
No.
Any scared, like the dream didn't feel bigger than it was because of the societal factors that you had?
No. I'm gonna be real with you. What had me create this mentality? I read books, man. You know what I mean? Self-development books. So one was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Heard of that one.
And also Born Rich by Bob Proctor. Those 2 books changed my whole mindset, bro. To the point where when I was reading those pages, it was like a reflection of myself, like a mirror. I was like, damn, look at these flaws I have. Look at my mindset. Again, the scarcity mindset, the fear mindset, no abundance in my mind, no way of envisioning myself saying, I can actually be that.
So you created a mental foundation that you needed for this journey.
It took me 5 years to get to that journey, bro. That shit was hard. To rewire your brain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like my parents telling me, you're a black man, your life going to always be hard. Or I got family members telling me, that's just a dream, bro. That ain't going to happen. You need to go back. You need to go to work at that factory job. Imagine hearing
the safe route.
The safe route. The safe route. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone comes with excuses. And then when you tell them that you want to create this new type of journey that everyone's like, what is this? Like, that's not normal, bro. What are you talking about?
Because everybody's told the possibility of this being achievable is slim to none.
Correct.
And then, see, my thing is like, when I say that, right, and I see this specialness in me, how does the loved ones around me can't? Like, how you grew up telling me I was special, and now that I'm grown, living in my specialness, you're trying to contradict what you tell me my whole life.
Your family, your family's your first haters, bro.
Like, I don't get it.
Facts.
You spent my whole life growing up of how I can be capable of anything and I can achieve anything.
Correct.
And then when I'm finally putting my mind above the parameters that society tells us what we can do, now I'm the bad guy.
Yeah, because you're a reflection of them. So if you're doing better than them, like, what am I doing? So they love you. They legit love you. But they don't want to see that. Like, hold on, he's doing better than me.
But that's why I tell people, like, you have to rewire your brain about what success looks like on that journey.
Correct. Because
a lot of people who are close to you are seeing you successful. You're doing something they're scared of doing. People don't understand that, bro. Like I took it for granted myself, right? The fact that I make time for this podcast, like I don't understand. Like sometimes I don't be seeing how important that little action is. Because that's what it takes for something to keep going. Making time and treating it like a job, treating it as if it's as important as everything else.
Correct.
If you don't see it like that or treat it like that, my nigga, then it's gonna go as far as the amount of energy you put into it.
And also, like, at the end of the day for you, it's similar to me. You're creating small habits that become greater results.
Yes, because as soon as you keep it in repetition, it's gonna be second nature.
Correct, and it has to bless you because you've been consistent with
every single time.
It has to bless you.
Because I'm a big math guy, and I don't believe everything you put into the universe, anything you put into the world, you're gonna get back to that degree at least.
My guy, we in tune, bro.
I'm being dead ass.
Yeah, no, dead ass.
Because it's just how the universe works. Whenever you put energy out there, what Einstein or whoever said it, every action or reaction, every action has an equal or opposite reaction.
100%.
That's literally that mindset with that. As in, when you put an action out there, you're going to get a reaction.
Correct.
And a reaction doesn't necessarily mean something physical. It doesn't necessarily mean it from a physical entity. It just means that the universe is going to respond with the action that you spoke with.
Well said, brother. Well said. Couldn't have said it better, bro. Couldn't have said it better. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So you already know what I'm talking about.
No, it's like
a
it's
lot
alchemy.
of people
it's just
don't
basically,
understand.
It's just alchemy.
It is, but they don't understand that.
That's because everybody is stuck into their own sociological imagination of how life is supposed to be.
I call it spectators, bro. That's what I call them. We got our own movie, and people are spectators.
Yeah, the NPCs.
There we go, NPC. That's another version, right
there. Because I don't believe everybody's unique. And I don't believe everybody's capable of something if they put their mind to it. A lot of people don't have the mind to put to it.
100%.
You got to have the mind first in order for to have capabilities. Like if if your mind can't reach a certain level, why are we having certain conversations?
Correct.
Like I'm learning nowadays, people don't have an inner thought.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's normalized.
So you're telling me when you sit by yourself, nobody's around, it's silence. I can't even imagine it. Like, what's happening in your brain? I literally can't imagine it. I'm being dead serious.
Dead ass.
When you're by yourself, what do you do?
I got another thought in my head.
You're
talking.
thinking.
It's another voice in my head.
You're thinking.
Facts.
So you're telling me when niggas are by themselves, they don't think?
There's plenty of them like that.
That's scary.
It is. And that's why you stay away.
Like, how do you know the actions you did yesterday were wrong?
Correct.
If you're not thinking about it after you done it.
I also call it the loop, where you see the same person repeat the same thing 4 years straight in a row.
Yes.
They don't see anything different from what they're doing.
And I hate the fact that these days are named.
Yeah.
They don't make it any better.
On God.
When was the last time you had a new Monday?
Yeah, I know, right? But honestly, that's one of them too. Because that's like universal, where they say, "Oh, Monday's always bad." I had to change that mindset. No,
Changed it.
Changed it.
I changed it, but I stopped but then again, like I was detaching myself from the world eventually because
Same.
you have to.
You
You
have
have
to.
to.
You have to.
In order for you to be in alignment of what you're supposed to be on a higher frequency,
Correct.
you have to detach from the low vibrational energy that's around you.
And it
because
comes with a lot of losses, bro. A
loss
lot
of self
losses.
is the main one.
Mm-hmm.
You have to lose your societal self before you get into the higher being of who you're
Correct.
supposed to be.
And that eye opens up.
Yes,
Like, you know what I mean?
and it can never be closed
It's
after
done.
that.
So now you're selective.
Yes, and you can't unsee
Correct.
things that you were never seeing before. You're gonna, and that's the beauty of life. When you reach that point, you can't see things for what you want it to at that point. You
Correct.
can no longer lie to yourself.
Correct. You can't.
You can't, because every time you lie to yourself, you see things for what it is, and be like, oh shit.
And also, I'm just not a fan of being around people that make excuses.
Because what's the point?
What's the point of that? There's always a solution, bro.
And I'm a solution guy.
I am too. I'm not getting a migraine. I'm not getting a headache. I'm gonna find a solution and move on.
I'm not gonna stress my fucking self out for
Not gonna
fucking
happen.
what.
Not gonna
If
happen.
there's no solution, that's delusion. That
Correct.
is the solution.
Correct.
Move the fuck on.
Facts, bro.
Real shit, because we try to change things that we can't control, and that's fucking pointless.
Exactly.
On some real shit. That's dumb as hell. All right, let's get back to
That was a deep comment
yeah,
right
that's
there.
a great. But I like shit like this. This is what the podcast is about. Because the podcast is about showcasing the person behind the craft, behind the art. Is because you don't understand what goes into the art until you understand the person.
100%.
That's my philosophy in it. And if you're this is not for surface people.
Correct.
It's not for surface people. You have to be able to be in tune with those conversations, because there's people gonna be listening, but like, I was thinking the same shit the other day.
I'm not crazy.
Yes.
There's someone like me.
Exactly. Because these are crazy thoughts.
Mhm.
On an average level, these are crazy thoughts. And
It
people need to be reminded, my nigga, you're not the only one thinking
You
like
just gotta
that.
figure out how to use it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And how to actually make it like balanced in your life, because the thoughts are not gonna stop.
Correct.
They're not gonna stop.
They're not. Mine's going right now, bro. Going right now.
That's why I drink.
Until you're unconscious,
Yeah,
boy.
the drink definitely help. It put me to sleep. Get the munchies and go to bed.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Real shit. All right. So with all the placements that you have, with all the #1 plex that you have out there, right? Like, what does that mean in real life?
That means that I'm a one-of-a-kind, successful-minded person. That also means I'm in the history books that no one can replace. That also means that what I'm doing is a small percentage of what people could do. I prove that I can still be from this state and make it happen. So it's not an excuse. I'm just an actual example.
Why do people love saying that?
Because there's a lot of people that have the mentality where I can't do it. And they make the excuses. Oh, I'm from here, I'm from this. I come from a poor neighborhood.
Like, it's my environment is the
It's
reason
in my
why.
environment. It's like a whole bunch of excuses. But I get why it's an excuse, because you have no one to show you the other route.
Yes, because a lot of people just don't know the business.
But it's 2026. You have Chat GPT.
Yo,
Type it in.
literally ask that shit. What do I have to do so I can fit the algorithm?
How do I go out the hood?
Yeah.
How do I save money?
Dead ass.
How do I not live on
It's that
Section 8?
simple.
It'll tell you what to do.
It's that simple. You just have to do your part.
Correct.
But that's life in general.
That's
With
life in
every
general.
single thing.
Correct.
You can have the answer. You can have the answer before the test. But if you don't fill the bubbles in.
What's the point? Because at the end of the day, you're right. Because at the end of the day, right. You can have all the information, but if you don't apply it, then what you doing? I know a lot of smart niggas, bro. A lot of smart niggas. They just talk all day, but never apply it.
Never apply it.
I don't want to be around you, though.
Like, for what, my nigga? You're
Correct.
holding me back. But we're going to sit and smoke and talk about how we could have?
Let's make it happen.
Thank you.
Correct.
Let's do it while smoking.
Correct. Let's make it happen.
If we're gonna smoke, let's make it happen while smoking, man.
Correct.
So nobody can't be like, oh, it's because these niggas smoke, that's why they don't do shit. Because that's what you making it seem like at that point.
Yes. You're making it an impossible task, and it's not.
And it's not.
It's just step by step by step by step, bro, until you get there, bro.
And the first step is failing.
That's it. We did it together. We learned.
Exactly.
And then we go.
Let's figure out why we failed.
Correct.
Let's not do that again.
Correct.
Matter of fact, let's do the opposite.
Let's do the opposite.
Fuck it.
Facts.
We don't got nothing to lose.
Correct.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
And then when you did the opposite of what failed the first time, now you can find the middle ground.
Correct.
That's how you look at shit.
I approach that with life like that. It's the
Me
same
too.
method. There's no guidebook,
Bro, I
bro.
dive. I'm a diver. When
I'm
it comes to
going
life,
in.
I dive.
I'm going in.
Ain't no one foot in that
Nah.
shit. I'm jumping head first.
100%, bro.
I don't give a fuck if I get hurt. I might break my neck. But guess what? They got neck braces.
They do.
I'm going to be good again after that.
Solution
The body
based.
heals.
There we go.
Your mind heals.
There we go.
Your spirit heals.
There we go.
Everything heals.
There we go.
Fucking do some shit.
There we go.
It ain't that hard.
I don't want to hear about no funds. I don't want to hear about none of that, bro.
Bro.
That's an excuse.
Me working in the corporate field shows me that people have money for what they want.
Perfectly said, bro.
So if you don't have money to want your dream as bad as you want the new iPhone,
It's not a priority.
it's not a priority.
It never been.
Because I know some of your phone bills is at least $200.
100%.
Why can't you spend $200 to go buy the craft, the product to build your craft? Why can't you spend the $200 into just the first step?
You want to know why?
Why?
Because it's a hobby for them.
Yes. They're not serious.
Not serious. It's a
They're
hobby.
not serious. They're not ready to lose.
You don't want it that bad.
Because in order to gain, you have to lose.
And that's the perception. They're just hobbies to people. To look cool. To put it on the gram. To make some perception as if they're doing something. That's the concern.
How you feel about them cool rappers?
What for?
Because I feel like them rappers be too cool.
What for? What are you
Like-
benefiting? First of all, you can have 10K, 100K, 1 million followers. You don't get paid for followers. You don't get paid for likes. You don't get paid for comments. So my main concern, bro, do you have the right relationships? Do you have the right people? I don't care about that number. That Instagram just messed up everybody, bro.
Because I feel like when you put that now, you create an artist template.
Yes. And you got to live up to that artist template.
Every single time.
Until you get exposed one day.
Yes. Which means you have to keep being something that you're probably not.
100%. And why are we doing that?
Why?
Because you want to be cool?
Like, why every time the camera come on, everybody be like...
Because they want to be somebody so bad, bro. Like that's like the conversation right there. You don't know yourself and you don't love yourself. So you're finding that way to compensate for that.
Yes, because
100%.
that person get love for doing that. So let me replicate that. Let me
100%.
be that and see if I'm going to get that same love.
There we go.
But you know what I learned being Jamaican?
Mm.
Puss on dog don't have the same luck.
It's true, bro. That's true.
And niggas are so caught up in finding the luck that other people have that they don't even see the beauty in home.
Yeah. Love yourself.
Or
bro.
the power in home.
Or the power. Why are we doing this for? You know what I'm saying? Why are we doing
What
that?
are you getting out of it? No, seriously. Somebody answer this to me. What do you get out of it? What do you get not being yourself? What do you get being somebody else? I just want to know.
I never done it, bro.
It might be like, don't get me wrong. There are people that probably get fame out of telling somebody's story. There are people out there.
Yes.
But just because there's people out there, does that mean it should be you?
No. And everyone's story is different. Everybody's story is different, bro.
Make yours worthwhile.
And your story is important. Your story's not lame. There's somebody else that could gravitate to your story.
Because it's only so many individuals.
It's only so many. Yeah, real talk, bro. Real talk, bro. Like, there's so many.
Niggas like to be like, I'm special, I'm unique.
Just the fact you're saying that sound crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, you sound like everybody else. Already, just off that statement.
Facts, bro.
There's probably somebody in India who's
Facts.
just like you.
Facts, bro.
He's just not black.
Facts.
Or you're black.
Facts. Like, I've been told many times, even young, hanging out with the homies and shit, like, I'm not cool with it no more, but it's like, I was always known as a leader. I was never known for following people. I was never known. So they'll be like, yo, Haas be like, he be on his own. You know what I mean? He don't really go to that shit. I already know myself. I love myself. I know what I'm capable of. You know what I mean? And I realize a lot of human beings don't. They have to feel needed to be around people.
Yeah.
That's scary, bro.
My thought that I had when I was growing up is we as black people like to wear name brands because we don't know our own value.
100%.
So we brand ourselves with what society think is valuable in order for us to deem ourselves as
Correct.
valuable.
So I wear this hat because I'm premium. That's how I envision myself.
Yeah.
Not to be cool.
No, but that's
Yeah, you know what I'm
that's what the
The
brand, that's what the
average.
luxury, that's what the brand does, the logo, that's what the
Correct.
symbol does for you.
Correct.
Because it's like even in the same thing, even when I come to our local shit as well too, we're gonna wear the premium version of what's around us.
Yep.
Because it's gonna make us feel good.
Correct.
Because I've wear shit from my people that I spent bread on, and I'm here like, oh, I feel good. I'm gonna wear this every single wear and let
Correct.
niggas know like this is it right here.
Correct.
So we as people, we like to feel unique in every single way. It's just
Mhm.
the fact that sometimes the ways we go about it make us less unique.
Just too far with it.
That's it. Like you trying too hard.
Trying too hard, bro.
Just don't try.
Exactly.
That's
It's
the
okay.
best way to be unique.
We got cool niggas and we got nerdy niggas. We got
Yes.
smart niggas. You know what I mean? Like there's so many
Yes.
different variations. Just be yourself.
It's kind of like music, right? Pop is pop.
Yeah.
Pop is not rap. Pop is not hip hop. Pop is not country. Pop is whichever one of those is popular at the moment.
Correct.
That's it.
That's it.
You can be that in life. You can be pop. Because whatever you are is going to play its role in society where it is the thing.
Love that example.
That
Well said.
ass.
Well said, bro.
Because it's like dark-skinned niggas. When we were growing up, we weren't loved. Nigga midnight. Nigga a black baboon.
Facts.
You can't see this nigga in the dark. Now look at us now.
Right.
Winning.
Right.
Everybody wants to be with the black nigga.
100%.
The blacker they are, the better it is now.
Yep.
Tables turn all the
Tables turn.
fucking time.
Be
Wait your
yourself.
turn. Wait your fucking turn.
Correct.
Sometimes it's not your time to win at the degree everybody's winning at.
Correct. As long as you win it. That's
As
all that
long as
matters.
you winning.
Yeah.
That's it. Real shit, man.
Well said, bro.
It's funny. This conversation took a whole direction.
Yeah, it did.
I did. None of these were acts.
God damn.
Not all of them, at least. But I like the conversation. It was a real conversation.
It was.
a real conversation. That's what I like better. I like when I don't have to look at my paper.
All right. No, I'm with you. That was good. This is
I
good.
like when I have to look at my paper. I can just keep the conversation going.
I'm gonna clip farm the shit out of this
Hey,
too.
yo. All right, but we're gonna do some shit off the paper there,
Okay.
right? All right, so we're gonna curate this for you being a producer, right? So this segment right here is really just me starting the sentence and you just finishing it, whatever it comes to mind. The first thing comes to mind, whatever it is, it don't matter. All right, so people don't realize that behind the music,
That it comes with a lot of money and marketing.
you have to invest into yourself.
Yep.
What really separate me from other producers is
Taking risks. Period.
no matter what the risk is,
No
you're
matter
gonna
what.
do it, failing or not,
Failing or not.
because you're gonna feel up.
Yep.
The hardest lesson I've learned in this industry
Is to not let your mind tell you that you cannot do it
ooh, that's a good one. Because our mind will tell us that we can't do it
all the time.
every time, especially if it's new.
Correct.
That's the job of the mind.
No, don't do it.
Like people don't understand that the mind is to tell you that change is bad
Correct.
initially.
Because it's uncomfortable.
Yes. It just goes against how it's supposed to, it's already operating.
Correct.
That's just the job of the mind. Once you get that, you're in control.
Correct. It's like a defensive mechanism.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You just learn to ignore
Like
it.
why change? We're good where we are.
We're good.
We good, bro.
Stay right
You
there.
good. You doing too much.
Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, I was good. I was like, nigga, like I was on the system. Like I was in motion. I had a routine. You gonna fuck my routine up?
You know what I mean?
You gotta fight that shit.
Facts.
What keeps me grounded is
I would say my brother and my artist KYD from Connecticut, MG Key, just because we have these we have these type of conversations and we call each other accountability partners. So we can't afford to fail. There's always someone picking someone up to do it.
what they say in South Park. Accountability buddy.
Yeah, real shit, real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Accountability buddy.
Yeah, real shit. You know what
It's
I'm
a tongue
saying?
twister right there. That's my accountability buddy right there.
Real talk, bro.
All right. If somebody, nope. Gotta switch that one real quick. The biggest lie artists are told is, from a producer's perspective, the biggest lie artists are told is
That they don't have a budget. Them boys have a budget, man. I don't want to hear that.
Oh shit! Nah, fact. There's always a budget.
There's always
Because
a
if you
budget.
can afford that chain, there's a budget.
Come on, dog.
If you can afford that rental, there's a budget.
Exactly.
You know them shits be rented.
Hell yeah.
Streams don't matter if
Streams don't matter if you're not living up to your expectation. I'll say that. Yeah.
Okay. And last one. Going viral doesn't mean.
They don't pay the bills, bro.
It don't.
They don't pay the
It
bills.
don't. What Haha David said, that nigga was having millions of fucking views and followers, but he was still living in his mom's basement with no fucking checks.
Like, come on. There's countless many of them going through that.
And what my nigga Bay said, if you don't know how to turn your monthly listeners into a fucking paycheck,
I love that.
then what good is those fucking streams? What good is going viral?
What good? What good? Because you need them long term. It's not short term.
Yo, honestly, why do you think why do you think a lot of people don't know this, but I was so adamant on building a website and getting shit going up for the next video I have go viral. Because I'm scared of having another viral video and not having the right thing set up to accept the virality.
But there's no system for virality.
That's why you have to have it in place already.
Correct.
Like, that's where the investment looks like. You have to know what to invest in. Like, bro, like, my first viral video, niggas had, like, 500,000 views on that shit. What do I have to show for it? Some followers, some follow count. But how can I tell you it's because of that viral video? How can I point you and say, hey, I have this 1,000 followers because of this viral video? I can't, there's nothing that I can be like, it's because of this. But now, if I had that viral video and I had a place to send them, hey, buy this shirt, or that would have been something, hey, this is the money I made off that viral video.
That's perfectly said, bro.
Like, the only thing I can probably say off this, these are the bookings I got off that.
Yeah.
But I could have made more opportunities out of that.
Yep.
So if you're going to go viral, at least have the things in place to capitalize off the virality.
And that's usually not the case.
It's most likely not the case because people are just trying to go viral and not understand what going viral means.
And then when you go, yeah, you're right.
That ass.
You're right.
And then when they go viral and they be like, oh, I didn't see nothing from that. I'll be like, I could have told you that.
Yeah.
I know.
Correct.
I know.
Correct.
You're just trying to go on social media and make it seem like it's some shit. Oh, I went viral. I got 1 million followers. I got 1 million views. What's your bank account looking like?
Yeah.
Because now at that point, we have the right to ask.
Yeah, we have to.
We have the right to ask. When you start claiming all of these quantitative numericals, we have the right. What is your bank account?
Show that check. You're not going to be ashamed if you show the check.
Because it represents the viral views.
There we go. Which will inspire other people, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's why it's quiet about it.
That's how I look at shit.
Facts.
If you want to talk about going viral, show the fucking money.
There we go. It ain't going to happen.
It ain't going to. So anytime people try to convince you that they have a master class on how to go viral, tell them to show you the bank account. And make sure the money is not just from the people like you who are buying into the idea that they can make you go viral.
Cap.
That's all I'm saying. You have any last words, any advice, to people, to producers?
I say to all the producers, don't give up. Keep striving. I'm not with all that put your head down shit. Take risks. Use your own bread. I also offer consultations too. So it costs a lot, but it's well worth it.
That's different, honestly. I like that. That's different because I'm biased with my producers. I have 2 producers I can think on top of my head right now that I always love from out here. Shump and 2-4.
Oh, 2-4. Yeah, I know 2-4. Yeah.
Okay, so you do know some 2s. Okay,
yeah.
all right, man.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. 2-4, once known as Ty Nitty.
Yeah. That's a good brother right there.
But then again, if you know of Annoyed.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of makes sense. Exactly.
A lot of people don't know that real shit.
I gotta work with him. I did hit up Annoyed a couple years ago. I gotta get a record with him.
Actually, let's ask that. Who in the 203 would you like to work with that you know about real quick?
Honestly, bro, it's only one person. Like right now, I'm working, like I said, my brother, my artist, that kid, MJ Key, and if it's not them two, then it's Annoyed.
Okay.
Fago Bass, I'm definitely obvious. That's given. You know what I mean? But
BSF family.
other than that, that's it.
Are you gonna come to 203 more to see the different talents that's out here as well too?
No,
Because Hartford do have its own sound.
no. I have no intentions.
You're good with the business that's for you right now.
Yeah, like it's just the business mindset is not there, bro. It's not knocking them. It's just a lack of the music business. The
So
talent
what
is
if
there.
Hartford artist wants to work with you and they reach out to you in the business aspect of working with you? What's the conversation then?
The conversation would have to just be business wise. Like, what value can you provide versus what I could provide? It's not about who's the hottest or I got all the placements. It's the value part.
Because hottest don't mean shit.
You could be the great lyricist of all time, but you don't know how to make a damn song and you don't know how to market it. Why am I working with you? I'm here to make money in the business. I'm not here to look cool. And I don't want you to use me as like, I worked on Haas. He worked with Lloyd Banks and stuff. And then that's not a good
Because a lot of
incentive.
people probably reach out to you, be like, hey, you have all these accolades. Like, hey.
Correct. And I'm not ignoring you because I don't think I'm better than you or anything. Like, you don't know the business.
It's just you learn from prior experiences of how to have certain conversations and probably even who to work with based on how they approach.
Correct. I'm not looking for popularity. I'm not looking for clout. I'm looking to
feed your family.
Yeah. And honestly, bro, I'll be real with you. Like, I honestly want to create my own publishing company and actually have a real building here in Connecticut and then sign producers and have them have major records and gold plaques and stuff and go from there. So this is deeper for me. I actually have a plan what I want to do.
So is that your way of compensating for the lack of business music-wise in Connecticut?
There's nothing here, bro. There is nothing here. And when I say nothing here, I'm talking, again, the business part. The talent is here, but there's no record labels there. There's no major record labels.
What about the music stations?
That's not enough. That's not enough.
So getting played on the radio isn't really a huge accomplishment nowadays.
Yeah, you still got to market yourself. Again, when I said market, like I said in the beginning of the conversation.
It starts with radio play.
But you still got to market yourself.
That's part of marketing.
That's one part.
That's what I'm saying. It starts with marketing. That's part.
You don't have to start with that.
Okay.
There's other alternatives.
What's the other alternatives that you recommend for other people?
People could go on Instagram and go on Instagram Boost. You ever heard of that? Instagram Boost, and then put your money in for a month. I don't know if it's $100, $200.
You create a budget.
You create a budget. You know what I'm saying? And because
that's the word they use.
Yeah, you create a budget. You know what I'm saying?
For however long
you want, and you see where it goes. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I know you're on Instagram. You see McDonald's ads. Yes. You see a Best Buy ad. We all know them, right? Yes. Why are they doing the Instagram Boost? Because they haven't reached all 8 billion people. So stop thinking that you got everybody.
And just because they reached you today don't mean it's not going to be effective when they reach you tomorrow.
Exactly.
Just because you're not hungry now, don't mean you're not going to be hungry tomorrow.
Correct. And this is a long-term game. Yes. It's not short-term.
Yes.
So that's the business plan I'm talking about. So if I see you doing that as an artist, or I see him on the ad, or I see him doing this and he's marketing this, oh, now you serious. I want to work with you. Because I'll put my money behind it too.
But see, now, I'm going to be honest with you, that can kind of backfire you algorithm-wise.
How?
Because now if you ain't putting that money in all the time on every post that you do, the algorithm is not going to feed it.
That's all investment. That's the risk.
That means everything you put up, you have to have a budget then.
You do. Why are you doing this then?
Okay, that makes sense.
Why are you doing this then?
That makes sense. So technically you can't, so every song you make, there have to be a budget behind every song you make.
Every damn song.
And that budget have to include making the song, of course, making a video for the song, of course, marketing the song, and advertising the song.
Yes. And if you're doing this
for every single song.
For every single song, you do this repeatedly, I swear to God, you'll get a record label call you. You'll get a distribution company calling you. You'll get the phone calls.
But that's why you say it's a hobby for some people.
You're right. It's just a hobby. You just hear a little cool, homie. You pay that $200, get that video on you, right on that corner on Whaley Ave real quick to look cool while you post it. I could tell. I read it. I know. I read people posts. I could see what you are. You say you're an artist, but you holding a dog in your picture eating steak.
Yeah.
What is that? How am I supposed to take you serious? You talking about work? Where's the rest? I'm looking at your IG or I'm looking at your Instagram. You got one monthly listener.
Or I don't like the fact that your posts don't really show your work. Your IG don't really. Everything has to be a resume
That's
for
your
you.
resume.
Everything has to be a resume.
That's your face
I
card.
have to be able to go back to at least a couple months
Have to.
and see what the work you've done. I can't just see your greatest highlights.
Correct.
And if that's the case, everything should be a highlight.
Everything should be a highlight.
Everything.
Some form of accomplishment.
Yes.
Because I came with that risk. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Okay, now that makes sense. That what separates the people, because at the end of the day, they put it like this as well too. Because like you said, McDonald's is putting out ads out there. Paramount is putting ads out there. Shit, Facebook putting ads out there. So if these big corporations are putting ads out there, the only way for you to really stand out is to be consistent.
Yes. Put your money in.
That's literally the only way.
Put your goddamn money in and stop being scared. You don't want it that bad. Because you don't know who's looking through that ad. There's important people looking.
Real shit.
There's investors looking for new artists all the time.
And sometimes they ain't looking, but they come across it.
Or
Just because the ad is right there.
It looks fine. Wow, this looks great.
Yes.
Start recommending to people. Yo, go check this artist out.
But my main argument with consistency is mood. You don't know what mood somebody's in when they're looking at your shit.
You gotta put the energy in. So
No, this is what I mean by that.
Go ahead.
There's some days, say you're the person that can put somebody in an opportunity, right? You can open a door for somebody. There's days you're probably scrolling on social media, you're just not in the mood. You don't care, you're just scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
There's days you goes on and you're just in a great ass mood. And something that you just didn't expect to go look for just capture you because of the mood you're in.
That's fair.
That's what I mean by consistency. You got to be consistent because you don't know what mood somebody's in when they're looking at your shit of when it's going to hit them.
That's opportunity, though. That's opportunity zone.
Yes.
How far can you go in proximity to get that opportunity zone? And I feel like ad is going to open the whole proximity where all the eyes is open. Someone's looking, bro. They want a new artist. There's no, I can't, let me be real with you, bro. If I go to New York and ask somebody, who's your favorite artist, it will just roll off their tongue.
Easily.
Here is, I know homeboy over here, or I know this. You know what I'm saying?
Nowadays, it's becoming the main artist from whichever town, wherever part of CT you're at. If you're from out here, it's either I know it or Fuego Base. If you're from the 203, you're going to get the Thai Hennies or the Sholies.
And again, it's only segregated because of scarcity mindset. It should be a unity.
Unity is like an iffy word, though.
It's not hard, bro.
Because a lot of people are confused by what unity look like.
Unity is saying, yo, I like you. You don't got no buzz, but I want to work with you. Oh, I want to work with you. I want to work with you. Look at Detroit. We saw Detroit become what they are because they just work together.
Atlanta.
It was unknown. Atlanta's another example. Why the hell we're not working with each other? Because he ain't buzzing. He ain't got no numbers, bro.
I would say this that contribute to it subconsciously.
Yes.
Connecticut don't have a sound.
The tri-state don't. Oh.
So it's hard to work with somebody that sounds different from you, that have a whole different way of sounding on their tracks.
What if the sound just naturally came if there was unity? That's a lot of ideas.
Conversation.
That's a lot of ideas bouncing.
But that's why we don't have a sound.
Correct.
Because everybody's too busy doing their own thing.
Yes. I need to benefit if I do this. I need to benefit if I do that.
But that's why I always ask people, does Connecticut have a sound? Because I personally feel the reason why we don't have a sound is because every time I talk to a major artist from Connecticut, in my head, they all sound different. I know it don't sound like Fuego. Like even with Sholi, right? They street rappers, they don't sound alike. Fuego and Sholi don't sound like Ty Henny. They don't rap. They rap, paint similar stories, but you wouldn't say they're the same type of rapper.
Because they have their own niche.
And you wouldn't say, if I named Fuego Base, Annoyed, Sholi, Ty Henny, if I just named those artists, you wouldn't just say Connecticut. You don't automatically think Connecticut unless you know. Or if you play those four artists back to back, you won't be like, that's a Connecticut sound.
I wouldn't know. No. I wouldn't know.
That's my point.
So there's no identity.
That's my point.
Like you said, you're right. There's no identity. But that's lack of marketing.
We got to get to it. Like, to me, it would be better if we, dare I say it, niche. We got to niche down. But we're too deep in for that to happen.
It's the people.
It's the listeners too.
No, it's the people, bro. I'm telling you, it's the people. This is very simple. This is the answer. If everyone worked together and not try to, I need this from him or he don't have this, so I can't work with him. If they work together, the amount of ideas is going to bounce around. It's going to create a sound, bro.
Listen, I've heard stories about artists trying to hit up other artists from Connecticut and they charging like $1,500 for a feature.
For what? That's what I'm saying. For what? Bro, I have DMs from people saying that to me. I said, who are you? I don't mind working with you, but what? What? Yeah, bro, you know what I mean? Like, I'm making moves. What? I'm sorry, brother. If I look you up on there, like, and I'm a business guy, I'm gonna look up your Spotify, I'm gonna Google you. Huh? Like, you know what I'm saying?
The accomplishments don't really match up to what you
It's not
asking.
making sense. I think he's, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's what's lacking, bro. That's what's lacking. One day it's gonna happen, but I want to put my little input as far as the producer side. And we'll see what happens in the future with the other artists. You know what I mean?
Because I feel like, to be real, from sitting in this chair, and I might be biased to what I'm going to say, I think it's easier for a producer to say that.
Think so?
I think it's much easier. Artists are way too egotistical.
Then I'll be an artist too then. I'll do a Kanye.
No, but I feel like it's easier for a producer to say that artists can work together than an artist to say every artist should work together.
Right.
Because in their head, it takes away from, I don't know if I'm speaking for every artist, but from the outside, it might look like it's taking away from their stardom, what they have going on.
It's scarcity mindset, bro.
Yes, they're scared as shit.
They're scared. If I give him this opportunity, is he going to seize what I gave him and he going to leave me out for the run?
They don't see it as we all win.
Exactly. And that's the reason.
So that's why I said it's easier for you to say it as a producer.
It's easier to say as an artist too.
Because you can win you can win off every artist regardless they unite or not. As a producer. You can have all the arguments of why certain artists should link up together because you see how they perform individually and you can see how they have similarities together as a producer.
Or, I'll give you an example. Like the one across from me, the artist KYD I'm working with. What if he's the first that sit here and get these accolades, get these Billboard charts, and then he start working with these other artists that's unknown, and they start seeing, yo, this nigga's popping, and he's working with these people, and he making collab albums and projects and EPs. You just need one to start the trend because there's a lot of followers.
Yeah, but
people follow other people that are successful.
They do.
They're gonna bite, and this music shit is all about dick riding, my nigga.
But it's kind of like putting a nice apartment building into the hood.
People
it's only
follow.
gonna stay nice for a while.
People follow people. They follow people.
For a while.
They follow people.
Until,
you know this.
I do, and for a while. Until they get bored.
Then the ones that's bored, then you're not really serious.
And that's what makes it hard for the people who are trying to lead sometimes.
It's not hard for them to lead because they're too focused on being focused. You know what I'm saying? Like they're already on a direction. But everyone's going to follow suit of that person as an example.
Okay, it's like what Kanye said. When one person is running down the street, they look crazy. But when a whole bunch of people's doing it, it's a marathon.
There we go. Oh, I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been a day one.
Yeah, I've been a day one.
I've been day one.
You big bro.
Yeah.
I always
I've been supporting
knew.
Since day one. I knew it, my nigga.
And that's going to be the narrative. You know what I'm saying?
So we have to come to that point where people are be like, all right, but.
You just need one to show the example.
Okay.
That's why I feel like there's always one in different cities and states, Chicago or whatever.
You also need the one who's going to take the blunt on the end as well, too. Because as much as good's going to come with it, you got to take that blunt on the end.
That's it. And their shoulders hurt, but it's okay. They're carrying it.
You
That's
have
all right.
to. You got to be tough.
Facts.
You got to be strong-willed.
Tough skin, bro.
Yeah, it got to be someone strong-willed.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And have longevity. Because it's going to take a while.
It's going to take a while.
It's not something that's going to happen in 5 years.
No. May either pass away, and then that may gravitate.
It might not even happen till they pass away.
Until they pass away, right. It's a possibility.
But that's how shit is.
Unfortunately.
It's life.
So we'll see. Everything changes. Not everything stay the same.
Exactly. Everything do change.
Everything do change.
It's just a matter in the direction if we wanted to.
There we go.
It just takes enough people.
There we go.
Real shit.
Yep.
All right. Name. Where can they find you on social media?
You can find me at Haas Almahdi. I ain't hard to find. And for the ones that don't know me, you living under a rock, dog. So you need to understand the business. You know who I am. So yeah.
Yeah, get that work in.
Get that work in, bro.
You already know. If you want records, not beats, you know who to hit up.
Damn right.
Come talk that talk too. No bullshit.
Yes, sir.
You already know. Thank you guys for fucking tuning in. Great ass fucking conversation. This is a great conversation.
I'm about to click farm this
Shit.
shit out of this,
I
bro.
told you, nigga, what you want to hear?
The energy.
Yeah. Yo, I'm telling people this all the time. I've thrown episodes out the window that I planned.
Oh, really?
Once people sat down.
Really?
Because if I don't know you, I'm planning.
That's true too, though. Yeah.
You know, I got to plan because I can't have dead moments. I can't have silence.
Correct.
But when you sit down, the energy starts speaking to me. So whatever I plan doesn't resonate.
It was natural.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like throwing episodes out the
You ever
window.
had any stiff ones? Like any stiff convos or anybody?
Yeah, this way